Fnatic and Invictus Gaming. I did watch all 3 games live, and so I have some thoughts about them. Uh, Going into it, I thought Fnatic would win because I feel like they had better mid jungle synergy, and I wasn't sure if the improvement that I saw in IG in both the quarterfinal and semifinals would spread. And the reason for that was the quarterfinal match was a good one, but KT present a very interesting and yet easily understood challenge. They like to plow through the lane phase. They generally do well in the side lanes, and then they hold mid. And if you cannot win at least 2 of those lanes, they're going to be heavily advantaged in the mid game to the extent that they're missing macro and their inability to control objectives doesn't matter as much. That's what they did the LCK. That's what I expected them to do against Invictus. Invictus won top and mid so convincingly and also made bot irrelevant. So in reality, they won 2 lanes and lost none. And so that was a good win, but it wasn't that high level from a strategic perspective. Then they played G2, who were the exact opposite. They were the solo lanes, they split push. And again, it was an impressive win, but to the extent that they surprised with things like the Jace pick and the way in which they won the solo lanes, I just didn't see they didn't really get into a late game macro battle with G2. And so, all those games lasted less than 30 minutes. The only game that had a chance was game 3, where JT stayed even, and then the Shy blew everyone up in the Dragon fight with Aatrox. And so it was like G2 didn't get a chance to play to their strengths, whereas Invictus in both series won through theirs. And so I wanted to see what Fnatic could do to stabilize mid jungle and then transition to a late game where I trusted Reckless more than Jackie Love. Now, Jackie Love also has, he has a Kaisa that is going to be hard for Fnatic to deal with because of Reckless's champion pool. I expected to see Xayah for Reckless, Xayah Silver for Reckless, and if they ban either one of those, it's going to be difficult for Fnatic to win the bot lane. What I was surprised to see was Fnatic not play through bot side at all on their own volition, and then really try to win the lanes that Invictus are already good at. And so that was surprising to me. And I was also surprised that Invictus, Ning and Balan, again, have improved throughout this tournament. And they, did more than I expected them to. So game 1, this is the bad Fnatic draft. And we'll explain why it's bad. So, okay, so I hate this. So this is a respect ban. This is fine. This is also a respect ban. That's fine. This one is I don't want to deal with it ban, which is also fine. So these are fine red side bans if you trust your solo laners to be able to execute, right? So the whole reason you only ban at one solo lane and they ban the ADCs here is I trust that we'll get counter picks here and here that will do well into whatever Fnatic wants to do. This is fine. This can be either top or mid. And this is even fine. This can even be top or mid. And given that the junglers, no junglers were banned on either side. I mean, he's kind of a jungler, but no junglers were banned either side. These are both fine. This is the problem. And it's not a problem because Broxah is not good on Lee. The problem is 80, 80, 80. And that's going to be 80, right? So now all these guys have to do, this guy wants to buy tabbies anyway. All they have to do is buy tabbies here and here. And maybe even here, honestly. I mean, he's probably going to get Sork shoes. Does he end up taking Rise? No, he loses Lysandra. But, she doesn't actually really need Sork shoes because no one on this team is going to build a heavy MR. She can build some MR, he can build some MR, but it's eventually you'll get Void Staff anyway as a 4th item on her. And so it's not like she probably will buy Sork shoes, but this is just so insane to have so much AD, so easy to itemize. And it's the specific type of AD that those two are bringing is nullified very, very, very heavily by early armor. So this is a mistake. The other mistake that they made was, okay, so, right, look at what lanes we can win. We should be able to win this lane. But it's a skill matchup, and I don't trust Caps into Rookie. This is a wave clear heavy champion. I mean, this is a skill matchup. But then you look at top lane, these two. He will be able to hold. In theory, he'll be able to hold. But again, like, you're putting so much pressure on these guys to win. This Jin just doesn't. I just don't like this at all. He does nothing for me. I know it's tough that these two are banned, but there is a champion that Reckless can play that is good into Kai'Sa, and it's one that Invictus specifically chose as a counter into Kai'Sa. I don't know why they're banning. I mean, I don't think that's a bad ban from them. This is fine. This is fine. This, and this all are fine. I don't like this ban, but if they go Xayah Gragas, he evens out how much AP you have. He gives you the same level of initiation tool, right? Lee's initiation is strong, but it's hard to hit, right? You have to have a perfect situation. You Q over, you ward hop, and you R. Like, there's no initiation on this team. This is more of like a counter initiation, whereas on the other side, run at you, run at you, run at you, run at you, follow up to the run at you. Like, there's only one real source of damage in DPS in her, and so if you can get Aurelia or Urgot onto her, but like, how are you ever going to get them on? Like, Braum just doesn't give you that option to get onto her. Neither does Lee, unless he hits like this godlike Q. So, or Flash R, whatever it is, Ward Hop Flash R. So, I just, people have brought it up, but this is why Fnatic's comp is suboptimal. It also puts them on a timer, right? On red side, that's fine. On blue side, I like it less much, but. So we go into the game. It should be red starts. Yep, red starts. Red starts. I don't know why Balon's reaction is pretty poor there. Yeah, I don't like Balon's reaction there. This is fine from Reckless, because if he, again, you're on a clock. If this guy doesn't have lane pressure, and you're not able to rotate caps around, like, they will outscale, and this is going to be a very, very difficult Baron attempt for Fnatic, given their lack of engage. They can siege some, like, he can siege some, and she can slip push, but I just don't know what they do when Invictus run a Baron. This is a fine trade early levels from them. And this spots, so they spot out Broxah's path. It's very, very standard. Red into bot side River Scuttle, and he's gonna handshake the size of the map, which is fine. And now they both know that. Okay, so both junglers' paths are known. And this is actually good for both teams, because Broxah knows I have an advantage here, and I want to press here and then loop around to mid. Whereas Ning, on the other hand, he knows I have an advantage here. If I can control this, I control, I can kind of counter whatever goes through the river, and then also you take away a herald that Fnatic really want. Neither team really wants a Cloud Drake, so this is fine from both. Lee should take both sides should both sides should full clear the blues. So Ning doesn't feel like he can get over. He really can't take that wolf. There's no situation where Broxah really runs at the wolves. So I would have been fine with him taking wolves. And they retreat back to the Raptors for full clears. Yep, this is what both junglers should do. Ning is ahead because of the Gromps the Krugs that he took earlier on the way to the shuttle, because he knew he had first knowledge of where Lee was. But this is fine. They're for all intents and purposes equal. Oh, but yeah, Lee took. So this is a bit unlucky that the top Scuttle spawns second. So that'll be Ning's area. This is just so sick from the rookie. Like, no panic whatsoever. Like, okay, so you would think that Lee would. There's two. Lee can go two ways. He can go here, but his bot side is clear, and this isn't going to come up for a while. Or he can go there. He doesn't know if that's available, right? He doesn't. So he could go there and then come around this way. So, and they have this worded. So rookie has no vision here, and that's a consistent weakness of Invictus, is the lack of vision. They want Ning to be able to get this, This is huge. This scuttle is huge for the top side control. But, and, you know, Rookie doesn't really have vision anywhere. Do they see that?
The second and third game when Fnatic found their victories. Jackie Love didn't have super impressive showings, but in that first game, he went 11-1-8.
No, because this would have spotted. Yeah. Okay, so they don't see the plant. And, you know, he's standing behind the melees, which is nice. You gotta hit that Q, man. He's expecting him, like, yeah, it's just, he expected him to dodge. There's no minion in the way. Yeah, Caps Q'd all the minions. Right here, that's aggressive, but man, Rookie's good. So, yeah. Fnatic's bot lane is still winning. Honestly, Broxah should just try to take the Drake as early as possible before the Rift Herald comes up, right? So what they should do is rotate up here before it comes up, give up pressure there, it doesn't really matter, and then try to make that Rift Herald play, because Fnatic really need the Rift Herald to send it down mid and split these two as early as possible, before him holding mid becomes a problem. Jhin can't hold mid reliably, but early enough, it won't be a problem. If you get a lead by 15, the Jhin will be fine. But this is, again, like, why I just do not like Jhin. So he steals that, needs to go. Hylissang comes up, which is another thing that Fnatic love to do. Reckless is about 6 minions ahead. He should get to 48. Oh, he missed one. Okay, so he's 5 minions ahead. And he should slow push, yep.
The only difference really that we have as far as meaningful play early on in this game, and this game has gone fairly differently than a lot of the analysts predicted as far as the
I mean, Fnatic are losing the skill matchups right now. Without very influence from jungler, Invictus, Ning hasn't showed up at all. Why would you queue in? Oh, because Hylissang's coming. But Caps wants to recall. Rookie wants to recall too. So, wow, the amount of help that Caps get to get a good recall to get the Merc trades. This is so much respect. This is one thing I tweeted about in the series. This is so much respect. You'll see this in multiple games this series where they play very, very defensive in the solo lanes. And it's like, ordinarily that'd be fine, but like, you need to control mid. Like, this needs to be a TM at first, unless you're going to get constant realms up from support. But like, this is too much respect. You still haven't seen Ning yet. You still haven't seen Ning yet. Oh, they never saw Ning. So, they never saw Ning. Where did Hylissang not drop a word for him? Oh, because it was before. Wow, that's an interesting roam from Hylissang. I don't understand this. I don't understand this from Fnatic. You're going in while Caps is recalling. Hylissang is coming up with no items. Like, if this was a Hylissang had just recalled, Caps is TPing back. Like, this is just a missed timing window. Because Rookie wants to recall anyway. Both mid laners want to recall. So this damage doesn't do anything. It doesn't stick. And now Hylissang's delayed. Your bot control is delayed. Well, I mean, Hylissang, they really wanted to get. This is so scared. They want to hold the mid lane so, and you have no idea. You have no vision because Alistar got first back, so he bought a pink, and he's, you know, he doesn't neither have wards, but like, does he have a trinket? No, neither have trinket up. So they both spent trinkets there. They have no idea where Ning is. This is extremely dangerous for Caps. No. Where did he place? Did he buy 2 pinks? He bought 1 pink. Yeah, 1 pink. I have no idea where Ning is. So Ning, you know, retreats from mid, takes. Wow, the Shy is just dominating that lane. Oh, this is after. Yeah, so Ning. That's not a nice play. That's a horrible play from Broxah. Why is that a nice play? This is the. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to reset mid so that Caps can get a good recall because Rookie's just dominating that lane. But what is Lee doing? I don't understand. I don't understand this. Okay, you pushed him back. You're trying to control this. You don't need. He's eating. He's like. This is so bad. No, no, no. You need to control this. If you don't have bot side vision, the whole purpose of your comp is over. It doesn't make sense. So Hylissang's just returning from the earlier game. They have no vision anywhere. Wow. They have to get the stun, they get the flash, and then they leave. They can't finish. Yeah. I think that Broxah, they should have synced up instead of making the play here where they have the top side map control anyway, and they have this guy with this. Like, it's so dangerous for them. They just go here together with wards, control vision there, and then continue to eat his blue side jungle. The blue comes up, you steal his blue, and then you hope that you can fall back for that. This is the way the game should play out. This is a mistake. Honestly, I don't know what Fnatic do now because they can't outtrade the Shy, and Broxah is gonna have a very hard time going bot. Look at the river vision. I mean, even cleared it out. Like, it's just gonna be very difficult for him to impact bot the same way that he had the opportunity to in the early levels. Yep, they ult. The Shy wants to recall, so he ults and resets the wave. He's gonna TP back. Does wait a second. How did Caps get back in lane? Oh, rookie TP back for the play. Yeah, that's right. How crazy. Like, watch how much influence Lee is able to have bot side. So now he doesn't know what's up here, right? He has no idea where this guy is because he doesn't know. He could have come here. He doesn't know that it's up. So he takes out one pink, but he can't stay. Takes out that pink. I don't understand why you don't just check the river bush. That obviously was not going to work. I just don't understand. They need to control bot side to win this. I mean, Whipple's honestly almost irrelevant at this point. Jeez, nice. Rookie's mechanics are so solid. This is interesting because look at this. So he has that's a mana item, but like look at the CS and look at what their mana bars are. Like Caps is like not able to do anything to Rookie. So now they know the Ning is bot side. Yep. In another world, you would be able to contest the 8-minute blue, but instead Broxah's here, getting a scuttle that. I mean, you might be able to kill Sion, but the Sion kill does so little for you. Sion will still be useful. He's up half a wave. I don't know what Bwipo is doing. Like, in what world does Bwipo win this exchange? So now they think that Ning is. They should think that Ning is there. This is fantastic from Ning. So Ning knows. Okay, so the bot side is clear. Does he? When does he see Lee? So yeah, he saw Lee. Lee come here. Do they ever see? Yeah, they see Lee there. Yeah, Ning's just like, okay. Ning says this is gonna bounce back and meet there. We don't know where Lee is, but he has no option. There's very, very little option to come here with, especially when we're at turret. This is safe. This is basically safe. There's nothing they can do with this ADC. They would have to hit like an insane amount of skill shots. Like, I just don't understand, Jim Brom. I just picked Zaya Brom. It would have been so good. I don't understand. And then, yeah, the wave's gonna bounce back. This is prep. This is not good. Yeah. So they both roam. We're pinging missing there. Do we see them? It's defensive vision, but it's not defensive. So Rookie recalls. Yep, they see him there. They both roam up. It's obvious where they went. They can't stun him at all. Oh, what are they doing?
The bottom lane does have a slight CS lead there for Fnatic, but they need to get back down.
Like, okay, this should have been gone 2 minutes ago. So this is what you do, right? Rift Herald spawns at 10. You take this at 8. You rotate up. You take that at 10, and then you come back down for 13 for the next Drake. By that time, your lead is pretty much, like, your ability to impact bot lane after that point is over, and they're just going to be able to take objectives for free. So delaying that is actually really bad.
Down to the bottom lane. Still no kills. 10 Broxah making his way towards the fight. They want to go in. Oh, Rookie has his pro belt completed. This item.
So he just ults, yeah, he ults caps. The ult doesn't actually end up doing anything. So he's like, interesting. He has no flash. Why would you go back? Oh, did Ning clip the edge of the thing? I'm gonna slow down. I think Ning may have clipped, so it did something. Oh yeah, he's disarmed there. But yeah, by the time, okay, yeah, he's dead. He's 100% dead. No idea what Caps is doing. You haven't seen Ning in forever. Like, I don't know if they even saw him on this play when he was up there. They're expecting him down here, but they just have no idea where Ning is. Again, I wrote before the series that if they know where Ning wins, then where Ning is, Broxah wins. Like, they don't actually need to beat Ning or beat this mid matchup as bad as it is. Like, could be fine if they knew where Ning was. Oh, anyway, this is like, you don't know where Ning is. Why would? There's no minion to escape on. It's not like the minion's here and you can queue back to the minion. Like, in what world does this go good for Caps? You hit an ulti on Rookie that does almost nothing besides give you a mark. Like, he's so dead. Like, yeah, they haven't even used Camille. Like, how are you ever able to kill anybody? Like, you're lucky this isn't a double kill.
IG find themselves one, but it doesn't look like they'll likely be able to find the second just yet. Broxah gets himself away, but it's still.
You're very lucky it's not lucky, but like, great. You have a lead here. He's not actually able to siege the turret. Like, you have to get tools like, not Drake, but like, that would be nice, but like Rift Herald to actually enact his 1-3-1, and you need the jungler to actually pay attention to this bot lane. They can't die. Like, why pick Braum unless you're going to use Tiamat, him, and his abilities to proc stun and do something? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They should be the ones formatting bot, but like, they can't even do it because they have TP disadvantage.
From their previous gank and get him without the behind wrap.
Like, they're willing to give up 13 CS in the bot lane, 2 waves of CS in the bot lane, because they know that Jhin will not outscale. The shield from Camille, like, there's just no way that there's no way. So now the bot lane is basically lost. Not lost, but like, you don't have mid pressure, and the Lissandra can come down. They have TP advantage. Like, there's so many things that went wrong because of Broxah's early pathing. Yeah, they can't control bot river now. He's just gonna go wherever he wants. This is true. This is true in a sense that she can dive onto the Aurelia. The problem is, like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you ever gonna get to, or dive on the Kai'Sa? How are you ever gonna get to the Kai'Sa? It would have to be a crazy flank, but hey, they don't have TP, so until Whippo gets it, misses the ult, but then Ning comes around. Ning didn't buy, right? Yeah, Ning just went to a topside clear. So now they know that Ning's topside. They do not expect Alistar to be up there. The Alistar recalled, right? Yeah, this alpha recall. See, this is the difference between being able to do this alpha recall and not. Right? Like, who puts that pink there? Oh, it's pink's been there for a long time. IG's idea of starting off trying to target Caps here, because Caps has been a player who's been put under quite a lot of pressure by a lot of different teams so far. Up against Cloud9, he had a bit more breathing room, and he really was able to pop off to stay alive. Yep, Whipple's gonna earn an extra. They even see the Alistar. They for sure see the Alistar. They should. What? You gotta know the Lissandra ult cooldown. What? He has Caps. Like this is even worse like than I thought. Like I mean, it's 2 a.m. I was watching. Wow, that is insanely bad. You have to know Lissandra. You just saw Alistar and Camille up top. Like Alistar is going to run to bot lane. Like where could he possibly? This is the only place he could possibly be. And you flash again. Caps is tilted. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's for sure dead. This is so bad. The mechanical misplays from Caps, the Broxah pathing errors, great. Reckless gets himself. Does he even get? He gets a turret. Yeah, he for sure gets a turret. But like, look at how much time he needs to take the turret as a Jhin versus like a Tristana or a Sivir. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This is not the game. This is the lane that you could have won skill matchup wise. It was heavily favored to him early, and he'll be able to hold. But this is not why you draft this composition to have the Urgot smashed. It's not how it's supposed to work. It's not how it's supposed to work. It doesn't really matter. So Fnatic have to do this. Fnatic have to do this because they will get outscaled if they don't. So Invictus has TP advantage on both guys. And Invictus like would love to get it, but they would rather win the fights so that they can continue taking objectives. They don't even. Fnatic doesn't get it, I don't think. All in all, like there's not much of a better team fight that you could ask for. Balon goes down first. Unfortunately, you only hear. I think they only get one fear. Let's watch this. So the perfect fight from Fnatic is Bwipo is in the front. Broxah and Caps assassinate Jackie Love, and Reckless just fires away. So let's see what happens. Everyone's there. Wait. Okay, Caps is coming there. This is fine. Oh, you need to go on Kai'Sa. No. Why? Who are you stunning? You're gonna stun the person. You're gonna stun the Alistar who's got ult on. No. And then you're gonna group up on the Lissandra ult. No. This was a good Braum R to knock this guy up. You stun this way while he's locked up. You Q onto this guy. Broxah Qs onto this guy, or like even if he like he's got no, it doesn't have flash. When did he use flash? Anyway, no, but you can shield. You shield onto Caps, ult, Q into the wall. Jackie Love's dead, and then you run this way, and you rejoin Reckless here. This is an awful Aurelia E. You're stunning on the tankiest person on their team, and then you're piling into an Alistar. Jackie Love is free firing. What Caps does not? Caps gets R'd by Lissandra. Balon dies. Great. You fear. So you actually fear their entire team except for Jackie Love, except the one person that you actually need to kill. No idea what so Broxah's now looks like he's yeah, now he gets a Q on the Jackie Love. It's too late. Hylissang's dead. Jackie Love has himself one kill. Bwipo's now dead. And then they just and then they chase in here. I think they get one, right? Yeah, the stun. You know how crazy that is? Like, they won this entire fight with, like, some of their engage tools, right? So, the Shy... Oh, he has ult. Does he ult? Does he ever ult? There you go. Okay, they won this with this on cooldown. This misses, and he still dies through this. Right? This is how crazy bad this team fighting is from Fnatic. Oh, Broxah didn't have R? Did he use R? Oh, it did have R. Oh, that okay, okay.
Teleport comes in.
They didn't have Lee R or Aurelia R. I did not know. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's still a bad Aurelia E, but now that was the only way for you to kill their ADC. Yeah, it's just this is like a desperation play 14 minutes in the game. They know they're going to get outscaled. They know they need the Herald to split push.
IG not willing to let this go away without
They know they can't hold mid.
gonna be used by Fnatic. Rookie
Okay, so now, okay, no R's being down is different because I don't actually know if they kill. I think they do. If you E here, if you E the on the Braum. Yeah, they'll kill him because you E there, you Q auto, Lee also Lee E's onto you. Like yeah, you stun him with the Braum passive. You for sure stun him. Oh no, yeah. Okay, so ult aside, the only hope they had was to kill Jackie Love. Instead, does Jackie Love ever fall below the current amount of health that he has? Okay, one Lee Q lands. Yeah, the game is pretty much over. The game is over. The game was actually honestly over like 6 minutes ago. But it's really over now. That's what they're desperate for the Rift Herald. I can't fault them too much for the Rift Herald play because IG was just gonna take it for free anyway, and they had so much engaged that yeah, the bot lane they had the free time to do that. Look at this. This is insane. No Camille ult. This guy. I think there's a mismatch there. No R. It's what you expect. Cap's already through the game. Did well. This is not the focus of your team comp. Well, team comp was getting Jhin ahead and using Jhin to break open. Not getting Jhin ahead, but getting bot lane ahead, cracking mid turret with Rift Herald, stuff like that. Or you could have picked Xayah and then done what they did. If you pick Xayah, this is a completely different game. They get a couple kills here. They overdive. It's whatever. They just right now Invictus can do whatever they want because they have the better Baron comp too. But yeah, you just stick the Shy. He's like absolutely murdering the Urgot. This is not necessary, but like this is not necessarily Whipple's fault at all. Yeah, they don't see the ward. That's a nice ward from whoever placed it. Yeah, misses the ult again. Did you? Oh, he used ult. Whipple used ult. I was wondering earlier in the game. So when does he use it? Did Whipple miss? How can you miss ult? He's got ult. Can he not ult? Did it fall off? It fell off that quick? I am on 2x speed. Wow. This is the ult marker, isn't it? Forgot ult. Wow. Yeah. It's the... What? It fell off? Oh crap, what the heck?
Does have a slight CS lead there for Fnatic, but they need to get back down to the bottom lane to clean up money onto the late game plays. This time around, so many of the plays were created. Whippo may now be able to find the Whippo. We talked about how the shy win condition might not be possible on a champion like Ion, but he's here to prove us wrong. The doesn't have to be used, but Whippo.
Oh, it fell off. Wow, that fell off so quick. Oh, he pulled it. It wasn't. Oh, was it not in range? Or was he not? He wasn't in. Okay. Oh, Caps gets him. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Okay, Caps comes down, and you know that Urgot recalled. Okay. Okay, Baron, Baron, Baron. Like, question mark ping, question mark ping. Caps can't get there. Caps' fate is sealed. Question mark ping. Why would Urgot ever go bot lane in that situation? Caps is already there. He's gonna take. Doesn't make any sense. Go on Rampage. Nobody can kill Jackie Love. Rookie steals the Quadra. I mean, Invictus is playing this smart. They're playing like, we can only lose if they steal Baron. And so we're not going to take Baron unless we absolutely know they're not there. Now they have no teleport on their Urgot. What is Caps doing? Like, just retreat. It's over. Now he blows flash. Like, Caps played this game so... He played the whole series like he was honestly tilted. He's like, he saw Rookie's name on the enemy team and just tilted off the face of the earth. His mechanics in game 2 were absolutely awful. Okay, that's too strong. But his Azir mechanics, the Azir was the only reason they even had hope in that game. And the way that he piloted Azir was just nowhere near good enough to win this thing. The game is over. There's nothing really interesting here. Like, the Jhin can't clear this wave. Neither can Aurelia, because now if Aurelia clears the wave, they just get ulted by Rookie. They ult Reckless anyway. Scumbag Lissandra kills Urgot here. Doesn't donate. I honestly don't know how they killed right now. Here, Hillisang. Yeah, how did he kill Hillisang? No idea. Should have been a penta. All right, let's go. Game 2. Again, we've seen this all before, but it'd be good to go over what happens. We're gonna go here. Make sure this is double time. So Fnatic fixed a lot of their issues from game 1 in the draft, at least. They get actually a pretty good comp, right? So they have, this is fine, but you just need AP in either here, and they go Azir, which also is really good for Rookie because he offers some safety in the lane phase. Not as safe as some of the mid laners, but against specifically a pick like Lissandra, he does offer some safety. So notice they didn't ban Lissandra. And he also gives you superior scaling for a team fight and just for wave clear than you get from Lissandra. Or not from Lissandra, than what you get from the normal pool of Caps champions. So he's just a little more safe. This relies on him getting some pressure early. This creating some pressure. I mean, you just want to be able to bridge to when this guy is good. The Ezreal should be able to poke out the lane a little bit. This should continue to be fine. Now they actually go Aurelia into it, which is he can survive. I mean, it's still an even lane phase wise, but Aurelia will start winning with levels and items because her items and levels are just more useful. So he should still be able to hold turret, but once turrets start going down, he'll be less and less useful as the game goes on. But I mean, this, and this should bridge you into a mid game where all outers are down on both sides, and you're able to just control vision for team fights. And in that situation, the advantage should be here. So I'm looking for Invictus. Again, they didn't see this, but they went this and this early to provide a lot of early pressure. They want to win lane phase on both side lanes, and they also want to, be able to force objectives before the comp comes online. Now, this is risky with him. All they need to do is scale with him. He's going to outscale her. He's going to outscale him, and then Aurelia will become irrelevant because you get to these late game fights where all you have to do is burn his teleport, and then he's useless from then on because he can't safely split without Fnatic just taking a Baron. And also you diffuse the threat of their Baron with this because you just clear waves with Azir. So as long as this stays relatively even, Fnatic have a tremendous late game advantage. They have abilities to do different things. I love this because you know, the Gragas is going to give the Aurelia, whatever lane the Aurelia is in, a lot of tools, right? Because of the mixed damage, the amount of CC. So his CC is very consistent. Hers is less so, but you hit his, you hit hers, you E in, and then you, depending on what game state it is, you can R, and it's just like multiple ways to kill this guy. I think the Gragas is really smart. He ends up going AP Gragas, which I think is also really smart because your whole comp is going to lose by 30 minutes no matter what itemization he has. So he might as well go AP to try to get some early kills and burst people down before they come online. So this is another game that's going to be heavily decided on, you know, Invictus trying to snowball early and Fnatic matching with the aggression of Broxah. And I'll tell you now, this is another, if you're a Broxah fan, which I was before the series started, this is not a game that he really controlled from the get-go. So this is really interesting. He starts Wolves, no, not Wolves, Raptors, which signifies that he's going to do full clear here and then recall. That gives Lee a lot of options, right? You imagine him going here to here. Now the blue is pretty important against Gragas, but he doesn't have shove there. So it's not, what I would imagine is you go full clear here, base, and then he runs down. And that scuttle is going to be gone. Now for Fnatic, what I expect is here, here, and then he's going to run across mid lane, get this, because he knows that, okay, if he goes here, 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 he's going to beat Gragas that spot. And then he's also going to have, you know, these lanes aren't going to win early, so he's just going to be able to beat Gragas at that spot. And it's really interesting to see what Ning does to counter that. Again, full red side clear for Ning. Broxah runs, so they spot him. They see him, so he comes up. Yep, they have 2 river wards. This is really good for IG, so they have the 2 river wards to spot Lee. And then they have a river ward there. It's going to die before he gets there, but they're going to reasonably assume where he is. So then he goes there, so they have vision on Lee. And Fnatic, to be honest, know where Gragas is. And he doesn't take blue, again, because of this. He can't take blue because they can come up and contest the blue, and he dies really easily. Broxah is going to... So, yeah, he doesn't have to stop for his own blue. He can. They know where he is because of this. So this Fnatic ward... You know, I should switch to, like, blue side is this. That ward from Fnatic controls Gragas, and now they know where Gragas is. So now both sides know where the other jungler is. Invictus knows that he must be top side, and Fnatic knows that he must be somewhere here, and he hasn't crossed on the river yet. Okay, so this is where the game state is. Now this is really interesting. Ning full clears, doesn't even bother to check the river because he knows he doesn't have the tools. This lane is pushed for him. This lane is pushed for him. There's not a lot of things he can get done there through the Fnatic vision. And then top lane, there is opportunity, but he just took the scuttle. So there's no point in him doing anything. He's just going to full clear. I don't even like this. Like going mid, it insulates the bot lane a little bit. So I think he drops a pink. Yeah, he drops that pink. That's fine. He's still going to go back for Grom. Yeah, he still goes back for Grom. So he drops the pink for bot lane because, yeah, this is smart because depending on what camps Broxah does and doesn't take, he could still be here, or he could have recalled and gone to there because they knew he didn't do his golems. So he could have gone there. This ward, to be honest, doesn't do that much because Lee just goes this way. But it does provide Rookie some protection against a Lee gank coming up this way, and it does spot the Lee a little bit and helps you control the bot side river. So then he's not going to get much done, right? So he goes back and he's gonna actually path back towards the top lane. Now this is where it gets interesting. So they haven't seen, they know that Ning cleared his bot side jungle, but they don't know where he's going from there, right? So from here, Ning can recall, he can base. Nothing to do here. He can come up to red to wait for his red side to jungle to start, or you can come up to top lane where Aurelia is letting the Urgot shove because the Urgot has the early shove. Again, this is a lane that Whippo will have control of early, but he will cede control slowly over time. This is really interesting. Am I in 2x speed? Yeah, I am. Okay, so Fnatic haven't seen Ning at all this game. And they think, okay, so Invictus haven't seen Lee either, but there's like two situations. There's only two places where he could have gone. He either cleared this earlier on his when he ran here and he took blue and then ate scuttle, and then he came back and cleared this, which case he'd be going there, or it hasn't been cleared, and Lee has come up here, and he took the scuttle, went back, cleared this, and now he's going topside, right? So that's a possibility. Or he could have backed. This makes less sense. This is less likely. He could have gone back, and now he's going this way to go bot lane. Those are all options, but what they're thinking is based off of where based off of where they think Broxah is, he's most likely not here. And you can see like Ning. I mean, Ning's not in trouble if he gets there. The only trouble he is if Lee's here or here waiting for it. But they're basically reading the state of the jungle and saying Lee is still farming or he's going bot, right? He's either coming up and he's already farmed it, he hasn't farmed it, in which case he's bot, or he's waiting and he's farming to bot. So they get this is a really easy flash gank, as long as Ning doesn't screw up his flash. So yeah, this is all set up because Ning knew that how useless he was in all these situations, right? He couldn't contest either scuttle. He couldn't do anything in the early lanes. He just early backs, gets those predator boots, continues to clear his jungle. There's nothing for him to do. He could have gone Raptors. He ultimately skips it, and they don't see him on that ward. So they wards here. So okay, now I know this is more for Azir than for anyone else. This will be useful for another couple levels for Azir, to control where Azir can go. But he knows, like, he's pretty sure Lee's not there because there's no reason for Lee to be there. He gave up topside control willingly to Lee. He full cleared this so that he would never have to come back, and then Lee would have, Lee doesn't have this, so Lee has no real reason to be up there. So he comes up, pops his predator boots while he's in river, and then this is just as long as he doesn't screw up, they can chain the damage together, and there's no way for Bwipo to survive. So that's really smart because now you're accelerating how fast this guy can become available, right? You're already gonna win here versus this and this. This will be fine after like 3, but they're never gonna win. They should be able to farm safely, however. You've accelerated that, and then if you ever get Syndra ahead, it's really, really hard for Fnatic to come back before 25 minutes. Now, having said that, this is fine for Fnatic. I mean, honestly, like, he's ahead, but it's not like the Shy is going to take this turret because of that pressure, because of that kill, right? He's going to get a Tiamat. Like, it's going to give him, like, lane control and, like, minion wave control, but he's just going to auto-shove the wave, right? Like, yeah, he gets Tiamat. So now the Aurelia auto-shoves the wave, and as long as, like, no shenanigans come around, this is actually okay for Fnatic. And so Broxah is continuing, so that it really sucks because they don't show, like, yeah, Bwipo. This is the thing, if you're Broxah and you're seeing what's going on in this wave, what Broxah should be doing, and let me see if I need to go back. So, like, yeah, so that's what Invictus did. Let's look at what Fnatic should have done. So this is after the kill. What they should have done is for Lee, seeing this wave, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions to 1 Invictus minion. So before, actually, you have to go earlier. So just know a couple things. He has a pink and he has a trinket available. Broxah doesn't have a trinket. Broxah or Bwipo warded there, which is where he should be warding because he knows where this wave is going and he knows where he's positioned. But you look at this. Actually, I'm going to go forward because it's more clear on the replay. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minions to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a permafreeze for the Shy, right? Bwipo he got permafrozen. There's no way he can contest this wave being frozen right there. So what should happen is Lee with his trinket and with his control ward runs up here and trinkets either control wards the river bush or trinkets the pixel bush in river, because Broxah needs his help, or Bwipo needs his help. So this is like one of those little things where it's like, regardless of what your jungle situation is, like this is a bad not a bad, but like Invictus guess where he is based off of what jungle camps he's likely to have taken, and the fact that he's likely to be moving here. But before he does any of that, he should do this, because they haven't seen Ming for 3 minutes, and Bwipo's got a wave that's going to be permafrozen. So, like, I don't really know how this lane ended up in this phase, because like right here it's pretty even. The Shy never actually shoves it into turret. It just, the Shy just manages way better. And I tweeted about this during the game. Rookie and the Shy's subtle managing of minion waves was a small, but in this case, huge, right thing that they did, right, where you don't see the impact immediately, and you see it only 2 minutes later when the jungle, like, he's setting up this wave to freeze when his jungler is on Gromp. So he knows, like, they know the play. They know the play. This play happened. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a play that was conceived of in pre-draft. Like, they knew this is going to happen. Like, Aurelia Gragas is what we're going to do. We're going to give pressure to Lee Sin. We're going to entice him to take both scuttles, but we're going to keep him on his side of the river and not give him topside control. And by doing that, we're going to force his path to the bot lane and to shut down Jackie Love. And then we're going to set up this 4-minute gank. We're kneeing rungs across the map. We've got a frozen wave. This is frozen. Well, this is not permanent frozen, actually. The Shy broke it. So he could probably because he can fight. Honestly, at this point, Bwipo should think about retreating into this bush at least. Because this cannon, there's no red cannon alive. This cannon will help take this minion down, and then you're in a 3v4 scenario. So the minions that are alive are these 3 and these 4. This is actually going to bounce back to him, so he really should think about going to these bushes. What he thinks is Broxah is coming up to save me. Or actually, no, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm wrong. This is the reinforcing wave. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to. Oh, it is a perma freeze. This is the only minion left. Okay, I'm wrong. So there's. Okay, so I was wrong. There's 1, 2. These are the 4 alive minions from the blue side, and because this minion's gonna die first, it is a 4 minion advantage. These are all the new wave, and his new wave is here. So this is a perma freeze. This is what you call perma freeze. 4 minions is a perma freeze at this section of the map. Here you need a couple more. Okay. So now, yeah, Lee absolutely should be running to Bwipo. Bwipo needs his help to get these minions into turret so he can back. And he's not gonna. He probably, the reason he stays is he doesn't have the item that he wants. But this is still like semi-bad for Fnatic that Ning is able to walk up here. So there's first blood, and then they replay it, so we don't see. Yeah. So then the setup is, the lane is in a. This is like Bengi level SKT stuff, because he just TP's back. Both guys TP back. He's got a combat item. He doesn't. Right. This is why he wanted to stay, because he knew I have like 700-800 gold. I don't have enough money for a real combat item. So I'm gonna go Doran's Cole. Right. Doran's is 450. Cole's 350. So that's 800 gold. That I'm going to spend on those 2 items. He doesn't have enough for the preferred back that he wanted. So this is really, really sad, because, great, he wards that, and just, this is really, really sad. Now, this is, again, like, Lee should have been here. Like, this should have been, this is fine. The lane bush is really interesting, but Lee should have been here. Nothing. They know he hasn't gone there yet, right? Because they know he's gonna eat that. He's not gonna be there for 30 seconds. I think Lee should have been here, but Ning is just like, they stun him. They get the ult for the second Q proc. He has ult now, and this is just really, really sick. They bangied him. They punished him immediately after teleport. The immediate, he can't E out. of the Aurelia stun fast enough. She just jumps up, flash ult. She just got 6. This is really sad. She gets 6 on the second minion to die. Oh yeah, there she's 6. So she Qs a minion, dies while he's stunned, flashes forward ults, and now she's got another Q proc, and she gives him time for Ning to get there, and this is just super sad. Again, if Broxah is here or here, which they have no vision of, it's super bad for Invictus. It took a winning lane, and now it's even again. And then in bot lane, I mean, nothing's really happening. Braum and Ezreal are super safe. But now top lane is over, right? So if you're Invictus, we want to win by 20. Top lane is over. Now the next objective is 10 minutes. So this is what they need to be thinking. 8 minutes here. So he's going to clear this, go back. I would go back after Raptors and then go like this. And that would put him there just past 8 minutes. And then you pressure this. No teleports are up for either team. So no teleports are up. Cap took barrier, which he had to. And then you're going to go pressure this. And if you get a kill, great. If not, then he recalls, comes back at 10 minutes to 11 minutes. They go Rift Herald. This is what they're thinking. So I expect Ning to recall, yep, and then he ignores red, which is fine. I mean, he wastes a little time. He could have bought. So what he could have done is drop this pink here, to further insulate these two. I should go my other pen. Drop a pink there to further insulate these two. Take his red, come this way, drop a pink there, and then now he's used both of his pinks. This is fine too. It doesn't need his red. If he's being super aggressive, this is what he can do. This is fine. Sick play. Sick play. So Lee's out in the Warhawk. Urgot's missing. Yeah, I mean, this is not bad from Caps, but like Rookie's just better. Like, why are you? Question mark pin. So this is like a test play, right? So let's slow it down. Rookie is not an idiot, so he's watching the Sand Soldier. Once you see this, Rookie's gonna immediately move back. Now, once the soldier itself moves, he's gonna flash. He's gonna instant flash that, right? Because he knows he's not an idiot. He knows Caps has 6. Furthermore, he knows that Urgot's missing because they saw him leave this way through that ward that Lee dropped on the ward hop, right? So once he sees that, he starts moving this way, and he throws. I mean, this doesn't cost him movement on Syndra. Once you see this animation right there, he's gonna flash. Watch how, like, it's like, oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. I wanted theater. Okay, whatever. No. So there's a flash. Right? Now if Caps, this is what you wanted, right? With Bippo here, like, I don't know, man. I think this is like he went big balls for this play, but he just it looks like he actually even like does he short his flash to there versus there to there? I mean, it sure looks like he shorted his flash. That versus that. Like maybe by like a particle, but either way, like the wall is not. Yeah, the wall is just not nearly good enough. Honestly, like I think Rookie played that super well. If he gets, I will admit, if he gets caught by the wall, he's dead. Rookie played it super well. Didn't use his heal, used his ult defensively because he knows, you know, he knows he has to recall, right? He has no F, he has no mana. He knows he has to recall, so he might as well ult here. and if Caps wants to stay, he has lower health because Caps can't gain it back. He's not Cassio. 6-6 play from Rookie. I really question. Caps went for the big play. I do want him to be aggressive. So from that perspective, I'm not too upset. I will point out that he went Merc Treads Rush again for safety because he's just afraid of this guy. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Both junglers are now bot because, I mean, Broxah's not an idiot. He sees this play around Infernal. He knows that Ning's going to come down here. He knows that they have power spikes and the Lucian coming in that they can't match with the Ezreal because the Ezreal bought double mana crystal.
And that means flashes traded their barrier.
Okay, I'm gonna go. So now Caps needs to shove this in, and Rookie needs help because there's no mana. This is really interesting. So so this is the difference between the Alistar play that, or the support roam that they did in the first game versus what Invictus are going down. Alistar is now bot. He's Moby Boots. He doesn't have a pink ward, which is interesting. That's a bit of a head scratcher. And they go mid, and again they want control of this so they can get dive here, and the added advantage is that Ning made it to the scuttle first, ate the crab, and now I do not know what Hillsing is doing there. Ning misses the cast. I really don't know what Hillsing is doing here. Like what's the best case scenario? Lee is here. Ezreal is here. What is the point of standing in this bush? Like, once you see them on the control board, it's like, once they start moving towards you, it's just really bizarre. When do they start moving? So they clear the ward. They clear these wards. Now you leave. Okay, yeah. At what point do you think you should be leaving? He gets stunned he gets stunned. I don't know, man. He wants to W to Caps, and he does, which is fine. But now he hasn't bought back, so he can actually go back. So that's one thing, I think, right? When was the last time he bought? Oh, he just bought. So now he has to back for no items. Oh, they baited out an exhaust or an ignite. Ning survives, which is. This is where I thought Fnatic had an advantage. That is you have no mana here, like nothing. What do you think is gonna happen? So both guys do a little bit, and then Ning is actually lucky to get out. He goes down to like very little health. Rookie has no mana, so they can't fight it. Rookie just wants to recall. I don't know if going that far in on once it became apparent that you weren't gonna kill the Braum, I would have been fine with them just leaving because Rookie wanted to recall anyway. I mean, he's gonna clear this way from the recall. Yep. Broxah goes top. The Shy knows where he is. This should not be a kill, but it is because the Shy decides to go to ham. This is one of those where it's like you are already so far ahead in lane that you really shouldn't be. Like the lane is going to go faster to where you need it to go, where you're splitting down here, but you winning top lane does not contribute that, right? You winning top lane, you want to shove it to here and get this, but that's not going to happen for another minute and a half. So you 1v1ing the Urgot at this point doesn't actually give your team that much of an advantage. Like, you knew Lee was coming topside. He just thought he could finish, but I mean, narrowly misses it. But again, it's like, let's say it's a 70-30, right? That he gets at least a solo kill. Well, let's even if he gets a solo kill, this is down. Lee eats this. All these minions die, and now you've given over or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seven minions. 7 minions plus a cannon worth of gold to the Lee that otherwise he wouldn't have, right? Or you would be able to equalize. So it's a 70-30. In the 70, you trade, and then the Lee eats minions. In the 30, nothing happens. The lane was already lost. You don't get to split pushing faster because it depends on the Herald play, which you'd have him ahead. So it doesn't actually do anything. I really don't like that. And then Ning comes up and fixes it. I think you just sit there, and you doesn't even have an item. Like, you just sit there for an item.
All that being said, the Shy on this Aurelia still with a significant CS lead and a very threatening possibility.
This top lane should still be over. It's less over than it was. It's over from the effect that Urgot can't fight Aurelia, but it's still not like Aurelia is gonna take his turret anytime soon. Like, she doesn't. I don't know why Ning is coming back, to be honest. He even channels. Oh, he doesn't have Predator. No, he does. He channels Predator. Honestly, this is unnecessary, especially to extend a flash. He really should be going down for this, and this is relieving pressure for Fnatic. A kill on a 2-death Urgot doesn't do anything. Oh, but it is this. This is fine. This is fine. I don't like the time that you give them bot lane to get something going. Especially since Azir has a shove on Syndra. Oh, they just go ahead and take it anyway. Again, this is that damage. Part of that damage is how low Hylissang had to back, right? After that earlier play where they burned a bunch of cooldowns. Yeah, Hylissang had it back. I mean, it's not a combat disadvantage because it's just Mobies. So he runs up for Rift Herald control. Again, it's fine. It's fine. I don't love it, but it's okay. Oh, he doesn't actually get it. Oh, because they see 3 mid. And decide, yeah, doesn't even get it. He doesn't actually have to go mid. Yeah, he should have just stayed and finished. He should have stayed and finished this because of what's going on down here. They're well protected and they have pressure on the turret. Fnatic can't commit to a Rift Herald play because they'll just lose for a turret bot lane, which is almost as good. So bot has to go back. This is actually smart to not kill the turret. By leaving the turret up, you get 2 things here. Whereas if you don't, you might only be able to choose one. So they start it. Everyone's here. This is smart from Fnatic. Whipple ran down, didn't he? Yeah, Whipple ran down early. This is smart from Fnatic. They know where the play is. That was a little early from Reckless, given that they had vision and they had Whipple running down. I would have liked them to save that. And then Ning steals the Baron. The Shy comes in. Ning hits a nice ultimate to knock in Whippo, and this is on the way to being over, because now Aurelia has a lead to the extent that you really can take the Herald whenever. This bot turret is going to go down without jungler influence. All they have to do is mount in. This is unfortunate. The rookie even misses the stun too. And Ning just straight up takes it. Broxah is forced to flash, can't contribute in the fight. The cast is well placed this time. It's a super well placed cast. And he killed Urgot before he was able to do anything with his ult. Lee doesn't ult either. Does he have Q? What spells is Lee? Q? Oh, it's Q up. Honestly, I don't know if he has a ward up. Oh, he's got a ward there. Oh, just Lee. Ward hop R, and then you can still smite it on the way back, and you dodge whatever Cinder damage came out, because the Cinder damage is gonna be on Dragon. Why doesn't he use R? Broxah, my man, you can't do this. You can't do this stuff, man. You can't do this. This is just a CC kid. Okay, so I really think Fnatic could have committed harder for this. It's unfortunate that they had the Shy's teleport. It's been off cooldown for a long time. This is strong from Whippo, but now that we Whippo mid, they like know what's going on. Honestly, Fnatic should have moved down here for this. Yeah. No, they should have gone now. You go now. Oh, they have to recall though. Yeah. I feel like so there's two things that can happen. One, you either Lee kick him out, smite, and then he flashes over the wall here, or I think there's an opportunity if you feel like. No, that's what they should have done. You could have fought this way, but the thing is, like, they have such a good team fight comp with these two flanking. Like, Reckless is going to be a really bad spot where he's trapped and there's no one to peel for him because Hylissang is dealing with these two. Yeah, Hylissang's not enough to deal with both of them. So I think this is a. You got to kick him before then. When does the ward get put down? He had the ward the whole freaking time. You immediately ward hop kick him. You immediately ward hop kick. Like how does that even happen that he still gets in there? I don't understand what Whippo is doing, to be honest. Yeah, that's just one more kill. Now bot lane. Now Lee has no real reason to go bot. They're gonna get that turret pretty easily. I think he needs to contest this Rift Herald if possible, but honestly, I don't think they should contest anything. They should just give it up until Azir gets 3 items. There's no real reason. Yeah, they want to take Rift Herald, so they're gonna go transition this into Rift Herald. Do they see Lee? Oh, they do see Lee. Yeah, they go cover mid, which is fine. Rookie is so freaking clean, man. Like, he plays the gank, potential gank perfectly, waits for Alistar. Lee has to kick him in. He has no cooldowns. Look at this scatter the weak, man. Boom. It doesn't even matter that, like, they don't actually get much damage onto him from Jackie Love, and he just autos him to death. He really should have had this kill. Yeah, he just autoed him to death. Aurelia gets a turret for sure. Reckless has no control in the bot lane. Like, normally, holy crap, he's down 30 CS. Yeah, Rookie overstays a little bit. I mean, Caps does a ton of damage, and he's got ult. Doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it. That's a very important goal for the Azir. This is one of the big scaling champions. But can he get out? It's not him they're worried about. It should be that support. The Emperor's dividing. Yeah. For the Azir. This is one of the big scaling champions. It's not him they're worried about. It should be that support. The Caps takes him down. That is a very important goal for the Azir. This is one of the big scaling champions. But can he get out? It's not him they're worried about. It should be that support. The Emperor. Yeah, you got. Yeah, they're doomed now. Wow. This whole game is about like Ning and Jackie Love stealing kills they didn't deserve. I mean, Ning is going full AP with echoes. He didn't really need it. He didn't need those kills, but like Reckless. This is like, if Reckless is in a better matchup, and you've roamed here, then maybe he gets that turret. But like he's just down so much CS that like he's never in this. Like Jackie loves just honestly just roaming whenever he has lane priority. So the more interesting part is what happens later, because Invictus wins several fights in a row, but Fnatic, Azir's on one item. Sick engage. Like honestly, I don't know why you're moving forward at this point, because there's nothing to contest, and you want to farm. Like it's okay that the turrets are down. You want to be in a state where all 3 turrets are down, but you can still run at Baron. And even if they give over Baron, how do they all funnel into that area? No, Caps goes in. It's like lambs being led to the slaughter. Rookie flashes. The Shy is too strong. Again, unnecessary. You're not in condition to contest anything. The Drake wasn't even up when they did that. Yeah, the Drake was 30 seconds away from being up. You're not set up to fight. You're not set up to fight this. So they take a Baron. The Shy dies a couple times. That's just him being over-aggressive. They do get... in one of these games. Credit card, Kobe. In this one, the Shy can take faces just yet. You can see it also is still a very troubling situation. As Hillsong lets out the glacial fissure, clearing out the wars. Rookie throws the order on the wall, but not gonna find a whole lot with that one just to be able to use these long-range kick tools that they haven't. IG do have a slow push in top lane? No, is it? Yeah, it's a slow push. It's a very, very slow push. They do need that because they need to finish the game quickly. They can siege just in split push without it, but it takes too long. They'll scale. I don't agree with Rookie going up there at all. I don't agree. Rookie... Nah. No, I do. Okay, I agree with it. There's nothing they're setting up on the other side. They put a ton of vision and expended all of... This is a team that coming in the finals had been down a total of 5 games at 20 minutes so far at Worlds, and they still... Whippo missing the Vanguard's edge means the Urgot will get away for now, but another stun comes down, the Shy continues to find the damage, the culling goes out, and Jackie Love shows up just to make a sure thing, as Baron will be started up by Fnatic. So, this is a little bit of greed, again, from the Shy, being ahead. There's no reason to have 3 members at the top of the map, bottom of the map. Once you get this, you really should just run back up, right? So, or they should have just finished this here, but the Shy goes too aggressive. Like once they see you there, like that gives them the option to go for that. So I don't like this call at all. It's unnecessary. He's already winning the lane. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Like it doesn't matter if he kills Urgot. Strong call from Fnatic to just go for it. Now, at this point, they're screwed because like it's low enough that IG can just finish, but they can't really fight IG because they're so weak. Ning's... Oh no, Broxah takes the Baron, but they all die, yeah. Now, real quick, I still like this play for Fnatic because you're delaying the game. True, you don't get anything with the Baron, but you're taking it off the map until Azir can scale. So even the fact, like, oh great, you all die and you give a ton of gold to Rookie, he was going to be ahead anyway. Like, he's going to have that gold anyway. Your goal is to survive, not to slingshot Azir ahead. Azir doesn't need to be ahead in gold or Syndra to win. You're just trying to get him to those 3 items that can be useful. So they take Inhib down, and it's, again, it's fine because no good Drakes are on the board. The 2 Infernos are already gone. So this is fine. You're just funneling gold into the Azir. Like the Azir can just sit there. The Shy can't 1v1 the Azir. Like yeah, he just doesn't have the mobility to 1v1 the Azir. And you just sit here. You set up a defensive vision line right here. You give everything. You just want to keep that basically alive. Even that's not crucial. If anything, you want to protect top as long as possible. because it allows you to not be dragged around the map. But this is fine. Like Azir is on 2.5 items. He's got Banshee, so it delayed him a little bit. The Leandre is going to delay him a little bit too from real power. So he's really looking for a 4-item death cap power spike. This is fine. Yeah, they can't shove it in. You do want to fight a little bit harder for top turret. Yep, they clear waves. Urgot W and Azir. Yep. Giving up mid is fine. Giving up mid is fine. You want to keep top alive. This is fine. Yep. They kill the Shy. Hylissang gives his life. That's fine. They can't win the game. Yep. They never were going to be able to take down both of those turrets. He wastes his GA. You waste a humongous cooldown. He's not able to solo out anyone. Nice play by Caps. Hylissang probably shouldn't have gone there, but it's okay. If he died, it'd be okay. Yeah, they're not going to be able to take these turrets down. They have to win the fight to do that, and they just do a nice job pulling back. And the Shy suicides for no reason, and now you have 2 inhibs down, which is good for Fnatic. You're funneling gold. There's no objectives up on the map. There's nothing for them to contest over. They just farm up until Azir has 4 items. Yeah, he's 1 item away. He still has a stopwatch. The top lane is the most important one because if they don't have, if the top mid lane and bot lane down, Azir can deal with it by himself. Now this is where Caps goofs. This is where Caps goofs. What? Why are you here? Why? The turret is here. You're here. What are you hoping to accomplish with Hylissang right there? There is no world where Jackie Love was without Balan. You Azir in, Balan hits you away. Like, it's just not happening. Like, there's no world where this is a good idea. Like, ward or no ward. They're like, I have a control ward here. Why would you be here? Broxah is here. We already said, like, the Lee initiation is pretty much their only initiation. Azir initiation is counter engage. Lee and this guy. Broxah's there. Freaking Ezreal's there. Don't even know where Bwipo is on this mini map. What? Oh, Urgot's in base. Ezreal's clearing mid wave. Urgot recalled from bot lane. I couldn't even see him. He was so far away. What is this? You haven't seen Rookie. You haven't seen Ning. You just barely now see him. Soldiers! What is this reaction time? What is this? Flash! Soldiers! Stream a shuffle. Flash! Immediate flash! Balan has flash! If anything, Balan makes a mistake by going back. Like, this is immediate flash knockup on Azir. Azir is the only one that can clear these waves. What? No flash. Double list flash, by the way. Oh, yeah, okay, great. Now he flashes. Now he flashes. R. Flash. Flash. R. Now he flashes. Once you see Lucian dash, only, and yeah, you knew Alistar's flash is up. Only bad things can happen. You flash now. Your Banshees doesn't do anything against a basic attacks, by the way. You are here so that Lucian can't dash through it. Lucian cannot dash to the Azir wall from that range. What? I want to watch this in real time because I want to see like how bad his reaction time is. This is so slow. Flash.
Here on the big stage.
He's still got 3/4 HP. And then he takes another 2 autos. Every auto rotation is a quarter of his health bar.
Very good. Caps is going to be.
What is this? What is this game?
Nearly killed instantly. Forget the nearly. It's unstoppable.
Now it's over. This would have been fine if Azir was alive. But now it's freaking over. Now it doesn't matter. Jackie Loves makes it a little more interesting, but you have no damage left. And you can't clear the waves either. I mean, great, you broke the Lucian. The third, they could have... Caps. Caps just is not as good as Rookie. But look at this. Look at this. Look at what Fnatic had. He's going to go Void Staff. Which, I don't actually know if I agree with that. I agree with Void Staff. I would have gone Rabadons. But he's got 3 items. He's got a 40 CS lead that's going to widen. All they had to do was hold here. All they had to do was hold this as a team. And then every other wave, come back and reset. That's all they had to do. I honestly was like tweeting at this exact moment in the game and saying, this is okay. They can hold. This is winnable because of Azir. Not if Azir does that. So what have we learned so far through 2 games? 1, Caps versus Rookie is a liability for Fnatic. And if IG send similar numbers to mid lane, so Fnatic can't mid with 4 in the first game. And then they brought Hylissang. They did 4 again, but without ADC. So they're consistently 4-manning mid. And IG's just figured out that as long as we match, Rookie will win the matchup and he will win it hard. Second, Broxah's pathing is putting his solo lanes in an untenable situation. In both games, he had opportunities to do things on the map that would have bridged in the first game to mid game for Fnatic, and 2, prevented IG from doing things. IG controlled him, and they basically outpathed him in both games, which is surprising. Ning wasn't free of mechanical errors, but he made enough plays that even the plays that were necessary, like he ensured that his team had made game priority, and they could do things like, sacrifice Baron control because they could just run at it and then wipe everyone. So this wasn't a clean game from Invictus. You still see some of the many mistakes like ward control, Baron control, late game team fighting, but it just didn't matter because they had such a lead and Fnatic made too many. You can't give up a lead because of comp and then also have mechanical misplays. Like you can't have a combination of those two and expect to win against a team as good as Invictus is. So game 3, they actually do. Oh, the other thing that's depressing for Fnatic.
Not work out at all.
You get this draft, and you still lose. This is everything that you wanted. This is an S pick. This is for Broxah an S pick. This is an S plus, and you give over. This is an S tier pick. This is an S tier pick. This is an A tier pick. This is an A tier pick, and this is an S pick. Like strength on strength, you have everything that you want, but you have the scaling advantage on Fnatic side with the Ezreal and Azir. And for them to lose this game is like a gut punch, because if they can't even rely on like even mid-game team fighting, what do they have that makes them special, right? Like their ability was to survive losing matchups, be flexible in multiple phases of the game, get stronger jungling from him, get more consistent ADC play from him. And he hasn't been bad, but he lost a losing matchup, which he's supposed to do with no jungle assistance. And then the rest of the team just fell apart. So it's almost like all 5 win conditions that I've identified, and then the lack of tilt. This dude is tilted. That's a tilted play. So the lack of, all 5 reasons that I said Fnatic would win the series, all 5 of them ended up not being true, which is why it was a 3-0.
Championship as Invictus Gaming aim to, and especially a flat. We don't really want Broxah on this shit. So
I don't really love this. But it is taking it away from Hylissang, who's really good on Rakan. I don't like this. I think you want to bait Hylissang's Rakan, if anything. Like, Hylissang's just not a good Rakan player. He's best on playmakers who can stay safe, like Thresh, this guy, Braum, Pike. He was really good on because Pike is safe. Rakan, he's good on these type of playmakers. He is not good on Ali. Not an Ali star player. So I don't like this ban. I would have banned something like... I would have banned Urgot, honestly. But it's okay because they get Aatrox and they think that's a better pick. Questionable, but the Shy is good enough to make it work. I also, like, this is a comfort pick. This is a comfort pick. This is obviously a comfort pick. These are all comfort picks. So they're drafting for comfort. Fnatic, on the other hand, this is interesting. Victor, I don't like as much mid lane because I just don't know how he can clear waves. He can still do Victor things, but I feel like there's ways to punish him mid more than there's ways to punish him top. His mobility and things like that. I don't know this matchup into Camille especially. I mean, I assume Jax will scale hard. I mean, obviously Jax will scale harder regardless, but this is interesting. I don't know if I like that. They did need to pick this. This is baiting him into this, I think. But you know, for Fnatic, this is an okay draft because this counters this. You leave it up. Smart to leave it up. Ban that. And then you opt to win. You have more long range initiation from him. You can have some initiation from him jumping in. I don't know if there's enough initiation, especially against this, and this. I don't know if there's enough peel on the team because, like, you look at the peel, he has to endanger himself to peel. He'll run at anyone. His peel isn't like instant peel. So again, I don't know if there's enough engage on these fights. I don't know how Fnatic 5v5, to be honest, with his comp. Like, unless they run at you, but when they just kill the Jax, like, they have enough here, or not here and here and here to just kill the Jax out of Counter-Strike, right? I would think. Anyway, we'll see that team fight come up. So this is smart from Fnatic. The Death Rush.
Normally for now, wards being placed down.
Balon goes.
Rushes, Balon walking over one of those again. This Rakan has been banned out twice before.
They set up a Death Rush, but Jackie Love can't get over there. Like,
Balon in a bad spot. Hylissang is going to walk forward here. Jackie finding a little bit of damage down to Reckless. It's Balon who's in some trouble more than.
I don't understand that flash. That flash needs to come down immediately. You know Caps is coming down. Like,
Jackie finding a little bit of damage down to Reckless. It's Balon who's in some trouble more than anyone else. Ignite going to be going down. Balon still trying to get himself ordered.
And then Caps not only gets a stack of Klepto.
In the mid lane on Victor. On top of that, he got a slide sack of gold.
And he gets a Dark Seal.
Off of the auto for the kill. So he's super cashing in. The game doing everything it can to try and get Fnatic and extend this series. And the MVP here is the ward they put down at level 1. Balon
nice ward.
As you're pointing out, long pull out of that one, Kobe. At level 1, no ability to get out. They chase him down.
Oh, were Fnatic stealing scrim results? How did they know that they were going to try to do that? No. Team Scout. It's okay. Maybe Riot's just map hacking. Rookie, we've seen Rookie walk out of like random ganks. That's a bad trade from Balon. Okay, anyway, so again, red starts for both. If you're Jax, this is a really safe lane. You can kill that if she's overextended, but I don't expect her to be. Camille running top makes sense because the Aatrox is going to push Urgot in early. Jax, I don't know if he wants to fight early. There's opportunities to go top early. He'll play odds against it to go straight for Scuttle.
onto the Rakan just to have that extra shielding to allow the 2v2 trace not to be as one side. I would also say that even though Caps Cashin have got so much money on, and he's finding the counter strike
Oh yeah, this is where they spot it out. They know he's there. So he walks over this ward. So he walks over this Invictus ward right here, and they spot him, and they immediately retreat to the. Well, they're already under turret, but they retreat further. This is a good response for Invictus to just TP straight down. I actually like it a lot. Yeah.
Broxah tries to escape here now as well. No flash available. He will lead strike over his AD carry, but Fnatic lose one. Lead strike play onto Maldan, who is
I'm actually surprised that Ning had the sense to come down there. So they see him, and does he run straight? Yeah, he runs straight down. That's actually really good from Camille to protect his bot lane. Like I don't think he doesn't get any flashes for Broxah, but
he's hunting for another kill. All he does is wait for the counter strike to be used on the Braum. There it comes. Ning goes in. Stun lands. Counter strike out from Broxah. But remember, the man does not have himself a flash. He does have a support nearby.
And then he feeds.
Flash up. His rotation. Let's talk about the Caps down here. This is Buffed about invest in lock. Speed still to be kept alive. And Caps will make. Cross was halted right quick. Doesn't have his auto attack. Just queuing. Sharks are got match. Let's talk about the Caps down here. This is Buffed about. Still lock. With speed still to be kept.
So Ning goes from. I mean, Caps knew where he was. Ning was in his blue side with Balan.
Caps lives in the mid lane. Doesn't even use the. Trying to get himself away. And invest in lock. With the teleports coming in and Ning side. That play across was halted. Oh, but now Caps is in some trouble. Throws down the Gravity Well, trying to get himself away. Down to 50 HP, still to be kept alive. And Caps will make it out. Caps lives in the mid lane, doesn't even use the cleanse there. 3 members of Invictus Gaming come for him, but he defies.
Broxah should run top. Not only is the scuttle there, but you have an opportunity to kill Aatrox before 6. You have to do it.
It's so important to repel pressure in an early game that's been much kinder to Fnatic in game 1 and game 2. Never found the perfect time for cleanse. Didn't need it in hindsight. I don't bail him out to his flashes back up. But speaking of flashes, Broxah's coming here, and Broxah wants to go in. So as starting big.
Hold on, 4th down and goal for the Patriots in the Packers game. Oh, I call timeout. Yep. This is... I don't know what the Shy is thinking here. Like... They know, like... Okay, so they know that Broxah had just been forced out here. He's gonna come here. Like, I really don't know what the Shy is really thinking here. Like, where do you think Broxah could be? This is perfect for Broxah. You have a matchup that you can abuse before 6. The Shy just hit 5, so he's nowhere near getting his ult. He's for sure dead. Yeah, at least he's smart enough not to flash. They need to place... Yeah, Hill is saying... Yeah, okay, good. I was going to say they need vision here. They can contest an 8-minute blue here. And then with the vision there, if they do see Camille, then they make straight B line to Infernal Drake. Yeah, I told you, Jackie Love wasn't going to be pushed up in lane. Why is it that I feel like the BF sword is like way better? Because it is. I don't know if that's... They don't have a trinket. What did they raise their trinkets on? They both had trinkets like a second ago. Oh no, they're both on cooldown. Where did they think Camille was? Oh, Camille recalled. They had no idea where Ning is. They didn't know that. They must not have known that this and this were up. Wow, not what I wanted. That this and this were up, and didn't know that Ning could have the option of just running there. That's super bad because Saya just recalled. She took 2 waves. Ning eats Raptors, Krugs, and then just goes straight there. Wow, that's just disrespect. Not knowing where Ning is really hurts. Obviously, Ning's not going to be here, at least for a gank. Right? Ning's not going to be there because it's shoved in. It's going to come back. If anything, he's going to come here and then go back up. He could be here, but Caps is playing super safe. Yeah, this is just poor awareness from Fnatic of where Ning could be. But like, they didn't know where he was, but to be that far up in lane without like this is such an easy like by the time they see him, when did they see him? See him now. And he just flash engages. If Caps' flash is back up, then Balance is back up. Again, okay, at this level, you need help to shove in waves. Like, you can't just shove in waves by yourself. Caps, rookie comes out of this. Aatrox comes back around. Wow, Aatrox's path. He went through here like this to avoid this vision that he knew that Broxah had taken on his way up. Wow, that electrocute proc. Wow, electrocute OP.
The passive auto attack from Aatrox, such a lethal part of his kit, and it does find the kill with the electrocute proc from the Shy. Now we shouldn't be surprised by auto attack cancels on a Ribbon main when he jumps onto Aatrox. He finds Soaz in lane, actually has to flash. Yeah, that's not a situation you get away from.
Again, this is a draft that should allow you to focus bot lane. Not sure how, like, Broxah's not accomplishing this at all. Like, they're still not really playing through bot. They're still playing through top lane. Like, this is where, like, I tweeted, Mark Z tweeted, like, does Soaz actually give you anything besides the fact that he's named Soaz, right? You're still playing a very similar top lane matchup as you would have with Whipwell. You have a super aggressive jungler that's going to want to press solo lanes and split push and do all that. Like, where does Reckless become relevant in what Fnatic are wanting to do? Like, great, they got first blood on a dumb invade by Balon on a reward, but, like, I mean, okay, don't do that next time. How does this solve your Reckless problem that Reckless isn't in the game? Reckless is now down CS and he's down 2 kills. Like, they've killed Hillsang once and they killed Lee on the dive where they came down and it was an aborted dive. Or, not Lee, Jax. Not Jax. They killed Hillsang because, you know, on the first play where he wrapped around. Like, what? They tried. Okay, so they tried the wraparound play where both Rookie and Ning arrived there faster than Caps. Like, this is where drafting, like, for comfort here and here really helps them versus, like, I just don't know what this mid lane matchup is meant to do. Like, I really don't. Caps isn't going to be able to take the turret against Galio. Like, ever. He's not, like, unassisted. When I talk about take turret, unassisted take turret, like, he's not going to be able to do it. Unlike, like, a Lucian bot lane can, where as long as the jungler doesn't show up, they're going to take the turret eventually. Caps is never going to be able to take the turret. I don't know what this matchup really, what they see in this matchup. The only reason that you would do something like this, and you'd save it for this point in the draft, is, you know, you flex it and you hope to get good matchups in top and bot lane, or top and mid lane, but then you're not playing through your Reckless that you thought you would. Like, this is just, I don't know how they win now. Like, I don't know if they know how to win. Now Hillsang is taking, like, horrific trades.
You're saying that's not the game Fnatic get to play today. They're having people hang around. They don't want Caps to feel like he can play the game he wants to play. Bottom side, Hillsong will hang out in this brush. IG can make a counterattack just yes. You can't see the Galio hanging around that bottom side of the river, looking to maybe go in. It's Balon, got himself a 2-man knockup as Fnatic get themselves back now. Lantern bringing that AD carry back to safety as Jackie and Balon.
Yeah, look at, they're doing these moves. It's so in sync right now. These guys are here. Sorry, should switch. These guys are here, and then so they go up. Right? They know they have priority there and there. Like, Jack shows up fine. Don't get the first. Galio show up. Camille ulted. They see him. Now we're Storm Razor against no Storm Razor. Like, where are these Xayah IMs? It's not about Caps playing the game that he wants to play. Like, if you flex the Victor, you need to have some sort of plan to, like, take care of it. Like, I don't feel like they can team fight with this. Like, they'd have to hit the luckiest hook to team fight against this. And if they can't do that because Jackie Love is just going to destroy Reckless in a 2v1. Like, they can't do the team things that they want to do. This is the same as what they would have done with Bippo. Yeah, they're just going to kill him. This is a foregone conclusion.
bottom lane. It is
This is why I didn't like. I loved the Xayah pick. I did not like the Thresh pick, even though it's a Hillsing champion. Like I just don't know that it.
littered with control
Like
wards.
I just don't know what you're supposed to do with the Zac and the Thresh. I don't think they offer enough. Like Thresh is a great champion because he does a lot of things well, but he doesn't do any one thing great, right? He's not great at engage, but they don't have engage comp anyway. That's been a weakness of them all 3 games of the series. He is good at disengage with his ult. Like he can Q without drag and without dragging him over, and then he has the ult. But again, like, are they a disengaged team? Whichever one of these two disengages is gonna die too. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like did they abandon Braum? No, Braum was up.
So let's go ahead and get that out of the picture.
Braum was for sure up. Yeah, Braum was up.
Their ability to walk games and allow Uzi to be that
Yeah,
primary
now it's
attention
just
towards
like
him.
sad.
So Trey is at home. Not the game Fnatic get to play today. Look, remember, I'm trying to find it. Oh, Hillsing went to hook. It's from Invictus Gaming around the bottom lane. It is littered with control wards. Investments from every single member. Here we
This
go.
is a 2v2.
Hillsong want to go in. The box is going to be dropped down.
Ning is there for moral support in case Jax is hiding in his bush.
Healing.
Fnatic. Game 2 draft was the draft.
Can't get himself away. Valiant with the doors. The damage will not quite be there. Tied up. That sensor of blade to find.
Broxah hands off blue.
Carry back to safety as Jack towards him.
No idea what he's doing here.
That cue that we talked about so much.
Oh, he's counter gaking mid, which is fine. Like, great. Victor needs to be babysat.
Phenomenal performances. IG saying, moving on with
This
that.
is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Expenditure of wards. Want to go in. The box is going to be dropped down.
Not sure what that ward does. Broxah hasn't done anything besides a gank to the top lane that was successful, but Aatrox will still be Aatrox. This is good. This is good. So you punish the first take of the turret. Common, you know, they spend resources there, health and mana on that, and they need a reset, and you go immediately for Drape, which is fine. That's really good. Again, this is the limits of their team fight comp, right? Broxah can initiate, but look how fast he's like almost dead. They go on caps. Zonya's. Oh, slow this down. What has Broxah done this entire fight? Again, he can't stay alive for the Counter-Strike. They don't have... This is actually slightly misplayed from Jackie Love, not getting that last auto on caps. But they don't have E up for Jax. Reckless burned ult. Oh, because Aatrox would have killed him. Again, like, this is why, like, okay, great, you killed the Shy on a situation the Shy should have walked out of, but does it actually do you any good? Does that top lane matchup do you any good? This is... Again, this I expected them to have better teamfight execution. No, don't go back in. Don't go back in. You don't have survivability. Look at that Aatrox damage. And Jackie Love, look at Jackie Love's health bar.
Looking for more. Hillsong grabs the CC down on the IG top laner as the Caps tries to get away. Jackie CC down as the Shy makes it an even trade. The Caps
what are you doing? What are you doing? Like even Captain Flowers is like, what are you doing in this mid lane fight? You've done no damage to the ADC. They play protect ADC comp with Aatrox. You do nothing. You let Aatrox, like, again, like, they don't have engage, they don't have disengage. Like, I don't know what this team comp is designed to do. Soaz goes in there. Fine. He's allowed to do that. Broxah jumps in to kill Ning. Like, of your priority targets, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might argue that Ning is maybe more valuable than Rookie. Look at the amount of damage that the Shy and Jackie Love take this entire fight. Sawaz is dead. Fine, you trade 1 for 1. Hylissang is for 100% dead. No, leave him. Leave him. He's 100% dead. Question mark ping.
Tries to get away. Jackie Love goes on a rampage. The shutdown onto the Shy. It is a bloodbath as IG lose.
Oh, the Reckless died too. Where did Reckless die? I didn't even see that. Okay, great. They killed the Shy. Oh yeah. Jackie Love has what? 5 kills now? 4 kills now?
As IG lose 2 and Fnatic. This isn't over. He's running down towards the bottom lane, but there's nowhere to go. He's running the wrong way. Rip. I don't think there's any way out of that one. They'll give the money over to Rookie. Oh, Hylissang. It's a slow, painful kind of death. And nope. Ming swoops in. Well, Jackie.
I just don't understand what this mid lane Victor is designed to do. Like, the only reason you flex your mid lane like that is to get a superior counter pick. Like, if they just put him there. Put him there, play Rise or something. Or Echo if you want. Like, you can't... He can't beat... He got Darksteel first, can't beat the Galio 1v1. Can't take his turret. Can't exert pressure by himself. Like, you need him to exert pressure by himself so this guy can go down there. They haven't been able to do that since the first gank. What is Jack supposed to do here? I mean, not what he's supposed to be. Like, what champion is this?
Ming has to evacuate early. The threat is too much as Caps is turned on to by him. But with the front to back team fighting here.
How does Caps get over the wall? Oh, it took lantern. They didn't ward the lantern. Oh, see, the ward was. They needed to ward the lantern. Oh, they pulled. Oh, Hylissang actually did something sick. Look at this. So he lanterns, and then Rookie's gonna come stand on it, and then look at what happens to Rookie. So Rookie stands on it, and then he flays him off of the lantern so Caps can click on it. No, you need to kite this thing out.
Look at Jackie Love into the back line, forces Caps' flash.
No. This is a horrible decision. You have no damage on Aatrox or Kai'Sa, and you're opting into this fight to kill the Camille. Like, the Camille's a stun bot. She's already did what she's supposed to do.
To be answered quickly by the Shy. 1-for-1 top laners at that moment.
How does Caps die?
Is not over as Invictus Gaming runs straight through the jungle to finish it up. The Shy happy to push forward with no ultimate, knowing the rest of his team would back him up. Reckless head in hand in the replay understands.
That's about right. I want to see crowd reactions. This is huge. Kai'Sa's 5-0-2. She was 4-0. And then Caps is like, let's give you a pickaxe or another dagger. What is this?
I mean, this has been an incredible year, taking back the world every international.
They can't contest this. They can't contest anything.
Win lane, win game was always their approach, and adaptations were the reasons they couldn't actually pick up that big trophy domestically. Adaptations over the. And it was RG.
Did they even? Did they take Drake?
Drake's mid lane and instantly takes off half of Caps' health.
AG have 2 pinks.
It says on your screen, and that is at least something from Fnatic, who have not got themselves any.
You don't know where bot lane is. You assume bot lane's hitting bot. They just rotate faster. They're just faster on the play. They're much faster on the mid lane play. They realize that if you're gonna 4-man mid, we're gonna 4-man mid, 5-man mid. We can beat you.
Can they find anything else? They're trying to go. Adaptations over the course of well. Team was always RNG in their ability to walk games and allow Uzi to be that primary carry. Our IG were guilty of having very skillful players who would win the game the same way. Win lane, win game was always their approach, and adaptations were the reasons they couldn't actually pick up that big
smart
domestically.
from Rookie. They're gonna get the turret, so they get.
They're wanting to play on the Shy. He also wants to turn things around. A lot of damage comes out from him. Quickly goes into resurrection. 200 HP again, but now brought down. And Ming walks into a really bad spot. He'll be taken very low, but Rookie comes in to save him. The double kill's already gone over to Reckless. Can they find anything else? They're trying to get away, but the shutdown goes over the side of Bellon and IG. Fnatic bringing the reinforcements as Hillsong tries to buy some time. Caps and has victory.
This is. Let's see. Stormrazor, boots. Doran's, door runs, and refillable potions. So the differences are refillable potions. Now let's see on this side. Pickaxe, double dagger. Oh, he was 5 kills before he started. What is this? What is this supposed to do? Look how like far they are. They are here before this starts. And Invictus are just like, fine, we'll just run down. Price is not even close. Like, what is Jax? What is Jax as a champion? Makes me want to play Jax.
They're trying to get away, but the shutdown goes over to the side of Malon and IG. Fnatic bring the reinforcements as Hillsong tries to buy some time. Caps and so has victory in the fight, but Jackie's already dominating. Rookie's gonna find the lockdown. The damage comes through. It's Jackie Love. Caps and so.
Look at Jackie Love's health bar. So he gets in the fight. Here. He's healing. He's healed up to full. He's got a shield from Rakan. Like, not even close.
There are yellow pings being spared on the map by IG, but Rookie says not done. But Jackie walks into a really bad spot. He'll be taken very low, but Rookie comes in to save him. The double kill's already gone over to Reckless. Can they find anything else? They're trying to get away, but the shutdown goes over to the side of Balon and IG. Fnatic bring the reinforcements as Hillsong tries to buy some time. Caps and so has victory in the fight, but Jackie's already dominating. Rookie's gonna find the lockdown. The damage comes through. It's Jackie Love.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't notice these yellow pings right there. Right here. So they spot Caps and Saw is coming. It's Jackie Love. Oh man, Captain Flowers is the best. Captain Flowers is the best.
Rookie definitely stands tall. It's only Galio. Pressure on Galio is often almost impossible. Champion. Rookie always gets the maximum out of his toolkit. He sees the Fnatic carries for a buff and flash ball later. Suddenly everything falls into place for Jackie. Yeah, I believe on the review, those beings were just to alert everyone of the presence. Rookie says, yes, watch this. 2 more kills are heading.
He's pulling his sleeves up. Yeah, he is. What is hell saying? What is this Thresh pick? What is this Thresh pick? Oh, they've made so little of the red side. They just like straight autos him to death. He uses 0 abilities. Oh! Oh! For a second, I thought Jackie Love was gonna take that RN. What is this Thresh supposed to do? The problem is, like, you have engaged like that, and the Thresh does not have the survivability to appeal for his team efficiently, right? Versus something like a Shen, where you can block autos, and you can taunt. Like, I'm not saying that Shen is a good pick for Hillsang, because I don't think he is, but, like, there's not enough counter engage on the side of Fnatic. Like, you go one or the other. These guys have gone all in on engage. All of these guys want to run right at you. So you have 2 ways of countering it. You have either have enough engage on your side that you can run back, or you have counter engage to stop them, right? Counter engage would be things like Trundle, things like Shen, like things that like can literally stop them in their tracks and prevent them, or even like a Vigar, as dumb as that is. They had that with the Zero Wall. They misused it because Caps is an idiot. But I just don't understand the purpose of these 2 champions. Like, the counter engage is he expends his E. Once his E is over, he dies. The counter engage is he goes in and he flays back and uses the box. But, like, he can't save himself with those tools, so now he's dead. Like, and now you're counting on these 3 to self-peel against all of this. It's just... And then they misplay the fights. Like, I don't know that they necessarily outscale. I don't think they do. I think they probably do, because this, yeah, they do, because this Jax will outscale Camille. This will at least be even, but it'll be something like that. This is at least even, something like that, and then this is outscaling, and this is probably even. So I think these 2 you do outscale in the solo lanes, but They opt into these horrible fights without vision. They get 2 turrets. No, they already had mid. They took the turret. Fnatic at best needed to establish red side control. What are you doing? Oh, now they're just gonna Baron for. This is such a. So he misses. Why would he not auto the plant? So he misses. Great steal from Broxah. And then the shy ints. And then Rookie is just like, YOLO! I got a 10 kill Zaya on my team.
Wants to disdain that, and man, he's flexing those and collapse. IG will push into the rest of the map, as they'll have the shy by as much time. Back to the base to try. We'll head back now as well. Those are the plays to find when you have the Baron buff, and you can't be caught out in a couple of different locations. We'll lose it in a turret, but after winning team fight, team play control, make those money.
Yeah, this is just an equal. Like, this Baron is just a survival Baron. They can't actually push because they'll just team fight you. Now we have a 3.5 item Kaisa. Rage Blade, Hurricane. Yeah, this is smart. Give it up. Like, why push against Baron when you can push against no Baron? And it's better for you because you get outscaled. They can't do anything without the full team. I don't know where Hillsang is going. What is he going to do? Hook someone this way? Caps is going this way, by the way. Oh, does he ward? He sets a TP ward. Okay, I get it. They have So as TP. And the game's over. Again, okay, let's break this down. I've watched this several times because this is obviously the game. This is the last play at Worlds. So Hillsang sets a TP ward that they don't actually use. But, like, can Soaz do enough damage by himself before getting CC'd by something like the Thresh? Or not the Thresh, the Rakan? I don't think so. Like, if you had an Aurelia TPing, that's a different story because she goes in, she stuns, and she Qs twice, and she ults, and she Qs a third time, and she's just pushes, mashes a Q key. Okay, so they go. Okay, so now Caps wastes the laser. This is fine. I mean, you'd want him up a little bit more. What?
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Are you talking to yourself or are you talking to someone?
Talking to myself.
So
Illasong wants to hang out off to the side, see if maybe he can find something. Cavs grabs the laser, but it's Balon into the back line, looking to find everybody. Here comes your Hextech ultimatum into your Galio ultimate. Ning's gonna be taken low, goes into the stasis. Jackie's legendary. They've already found the kill in Astroas. They've already yet. Illasong wants to hang out off to the side, see if maybe he can find. Can't make their counterattack just yet. Illasong wants to hang out off to the side, see if maybe he can find something. Cavs grabs the laser, but it's Balon into the back line, looking to find. Broxah still low. Fnatic can't make their counterattack just yet. Illasong wants to hang out off to the side, see if maybe he can find something. Cavs grabs the laser, but it's Balon into the back line, looking to find everybody. Here comes discussion as IG gets their final call from Caster June.
Oh, please relish that moment, fellows. You said it at the top of the day, Yamato, for a lot of these players. This may be the only time, who knows, right? Some of them have returned, some of them stepping up onto the stage for the first time, but it's a special moment and you have to do everything in your power to remember it, to cling on to it, to live in it. You said it. EU squad in
Series
delivers for his team.
Has his Wheaties this
Amazing.
morning. At home.
That is so crazy.
we knew he could be two-player.
Legends 기억합니다.
Yeah,
2018 League of Legends World Championship Finals MVP 닝 선수입니다.
And it goes to Ning. Finals MVP has just been awarded to Ning.
Well deserved.
Huge moment for Ning. Obviously, massive variance in his performance. There we go. Ning has been a double-edged sword for Invictus Gaming for so long. His hyper-aggression has sometimes bit them in the ass, but today he played the right side of that coin and came up massive when it counted.
and I know we awarded him two-player of the games for games 1 and 2 as well. I think he's incredibly deserving of the final.